Hey guys, I'm here with Saba. You might remember him. We did a video, I think it was like what, October or something before you left?
End of October, yeah.
Yeah, so Saba was here on the farm with us for a little while. He came for the August workshop, and then you stuck around and helped us on the farm for a while in October. And he kind of went off and did some stuff. He's been to Sweden. He was in Germany. He went and checked out JM's farm and stuff. And so we're gonna get a little bit of an update from what he's doing. And I'll look preliminary a little bit. He's gonna be starting a farm in Malmo, Sweden. And when I was at Richard Perkins' place, I had like these 5 people from Sweden that were all talking about Saba, and I was like, how the hell do you know Saba? So anyway, Saba's on his way through here, Kelowna, and so he popped in for a little visit, and we're gonna talk shop.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know, where do I begin from? Yeah, I left here, and then in a couple of weeks I joined JM and his crew at La Ferme de Quatre-Temps to kind of wrap up the season last year. And then I was supposed to kind of stay with them, but then that didn't work out. Anyway, the whole thing was amazing. I'm really grateful for having this opportunity to go and meet with him, work with him and his awesome crew. I learned a whole new lot of things there about like crop planning, sales targets, and from, I don't know, creating different types of calendars like for weed management, crop management and stuff like that. And then even though they were done planting most of the successions that they wanted to go through winter, I think we were still harvesting a lot of greens.
Because that was in like November or something like that.
It was in November,
yeah.
So I was there for a couple of weeks, and then from there I contacted Haley, who I met here at one of your workshops in August.
That's right. Haley is a Canadian but lives in Germany.
Hi, Haley.
Is married to a German. She came to our workshop here in August, and then you guys connected.
Yeah, we connected, and then she invited me to go to Freiburg, Germany, where she lives with her partner.
That's right, and they've got a fairly large organic farm there in Germany.
They work at this huge organic / biodynamic farm, and so anyway, the workshop was great. It was my first time doing a workshop outside of North America, I guess, or outside of Canada actually, and then that went well. And then a week after that, I got invited to do another workshop for a group of farmers in Sweden. Hosted by the city of Gothenburg.
Oh, this is in Gothenburg. We had a number of people from Gothenburg at our workshop at Richard Perkins.
Yeah, and it's one of the strongest cities when it comes to urban agriculture scene in Sweden. Yeah, so the workshop was hosted through city of Gothenburg, through a collaboration with an incubator program called Stadsbruk, which essentially is a play of words meaning city farming, and it's run by Cyril Gobert, who is a French entrepreneur who I think used to live in Paris and left Paris in search of sustainable lifestyle and ended up in Sweden. So he started this with a couple of really cool folks there. And then, anyway, so they invited me to go there. We did the workshop. The workshop was mainly about how to increase profitability of farms using microgreens. Anyway, that went really well. And then from there, it kind of just bounced off to a couple of workshops on a rooftop farm in Copenhagen in Denmark. And then from there, I went to visit a market gardener who does JM style farming in the Alps in Italy.
Oh wow.
And then with him we did a workshop there too, and then on my way back to Montreal I stopped by to kind of say bye to my friend Cyril. Salut Cyril, ça va? And then he said, I want you to meet the founder of the company. Anyway, we go to this meeting, and then they're like, okay, cool, so you did your workshops, that was great, what else do you want to do? And I was like, yeah, I'm still in search of a piece of land. I got this great idea. I worked with Curtis and JM, and I really got inspired by what it takes to actually build a farming model where not only you can grow healthy food and make good money, but you can actually host young people to come and learn about profitable farming, and so they can go and replicate it in other places and kind of join the urban agriculture movement. And as I'm saying this, they're like, you just said exactly what the mission of our incubator program is.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, well, that's really cool. And next thing, they're putting papers in front of me. They're like, so what do you think of this? What do you think of that? And I'm like,
wow.
This is awesome. And would you be interested in coming here and building a farm for our incubator? Because everything that we're doing right now is based on theory. So they're basically doing a lot of business training. They're helping these farmers to kind of build their entrepreneurial skills.
Yeah.
But then they don't have the actual physical farm model to showcase as a demonstration farm.
Right.
These are the ways that you can increase profitability of your farm or extend the season and whatnot.
Yeah.
And then I was like, sure, I mean, this is exactly what I wanted, and I kind of connected with them. They're really, really sweet people. And so now I'm basically waiting for my visa to go to Sweden and start this farm.
Wow.
So super stoked for that. So I'm gonna basically be designing and building a commercial scale micro farm right in the middle of the city on a 1,500 square meter plot.
That's the same size as Green City Acres.
It's probably between quarter and third of an acre.
Okay, yeah. That's about the size of our farm.
So so the plan is to kind of go there whenever my visa comes. It's probably going to be end of September. We already put in some orders for a couple of Caterpillar tunnels. Mm-hmm. I've sent a bunch of gear already over there, like a greens harvester, a jank seeder, and stuff like that. And then, so the plan is to do a cover crop and then go through the winter. They actually don't have much snow there, which is great.
I was actually quite surprised how mild Sweden is in the winter.
Yeah.
I mean, just from what people were telling me.
Especially this city, because it's on right at the southern tip of Sweden.
Right. Yeah.
It's kind of like Vancouver.
Yeah.
But less rain.
Yeah, less rain.
Yeah.
But darker.
Exactly. So that's where we're actually gonna boost up the microgreens production.
Yeah.
And that's gonna be the first tool that I'm gonna have to go and meet chefs and introduce myself as a new farmer in the city. Kind of meet with people in the community. And find out where we're going to take it from there, and kind of do a market research, find out what their needs are, and then actually go and grow that for the 2000.
I would have never imagined that would have happened.
One of the things that I suggested them as we were talking about the idea of me moving there and starting this farm was to, initially they didn't think that they would actually make it into a commercial farm and actually sell. They were mainly thinking about having a demonstration farm where everything's just super tidy and clean.
You can't demonstrate things if it's not actually commercial.
Exactly. And that's what I told them. I said, we need to show numbers and be completely transparent about how much money this farm is making. So the goal is to basically show those numbers, show that the farm is profitable, not only profitable enough to pay for itself, pay for a main farmer there, but to actually put more money into the farm, build more infrastructure. Like, I'm going to basically build this place from scratch.
So maybe I can come there next year and do a workshop.
We would love
on
to
the
have
farm.
you there. Yeah,
that would be great. I mean, I could definitely. It was interesting going to Europe. It was my first time there, and it seems like there's a lot of momentum going. There's not. I didn't see a lot of people doing it, but a lot of people were talking about it, and so it seems like there's the bubble about to pop there. It's like a lot of people are going to be doing this stuff.
And one of the really, really interesting things about this incubator program is that they actually work with municipalities. So this is now to a political level. You know, they actually care about having urban farmers and like increasing the number of people who actually grow for communities.
Food. Oh, interesting. Right.
So the city pinpoints certain plots of land that are quite actually fertile.
Right.
And then they say, okay, whoever is interested in doing urban farming, now we have a land on this part of the region available.
Yeah.
And then the urban farmer goes there for about a year or a year and a half. They use it as a test bed. They go through a couple of seasons to kind of find their market and see how they like it. And if they like it, they can actually be assigned to a bigger piece of land where they...
You're smart to make it commercial, because these things always fail in time if they're not actually economically viable. People lose steam to it too, because it's just like, it's kind of like faking it, and it's just not really, it's not that inspiring. It is for a while, but it's not that inspiring in the long run to be working on something that's not really actually viable. And you're teaching people, and you're showing people this, and it's like, well, I don't know if you can actually make money at this. We kind of got all this government money, and it's like, you know, it's not really, it's not real. So, oh, that's cool. Like we're losing light. So we'll leave it there. But if you guys want, if anybody is in Europe or Sweden and wants to connect with Saba, I'll leave his Instagram in the show notes. You guys can check that out and follow his journey. And maybe I'll be out there again next year.
I'll still continue with doing some mini episodes here and there on Instagram, and I mean, there's just going to be so much content building a farm from scratch. And I'm super stoked.
Oh, that's going to be really fun.
Yeah, and we will really be glad to have you over there.
Oh, that'd be awesome. Well, thanks for stopping by.
My pleasure.
All right.
Thanks for taking the time.
Yeah.